Good evening. This is the New Dawn FM News in English, read to you by Aloysius Laukai. First, the headlines. Executive government fails to reach absolute majority. Masad says former combatant seats cease to exist after the conduct of the Bougainville referendum. Bloc 14 members oppose the amendment bill to extend the term of the president from 2 terms to 3 terms. Mona says future should be secured by electing credible leaders. And Donna says, with mom is gone, we must select the very best. Now the news in detail. The vote on the 2 Bougainville constitutional amendments was finally taken in the Bougainville House of Representatives this morning after all members had their chance to comment on the 2 bills. The bills were read for the second time yesterday, and they allowed all members to comment on the 2 bills before the vote was taken. The vote was brought to today as the Parliament sat for more than 4 hours yesterday and went over time. When the vote was finally taken, the first was the extension for the presidential seat from 2 terms to 3 terms. When those who supported this amendment stood up, they were counted. The numbers were 25 members. The Speaker told the House the required 2/3 majority was 27 and 25 was sought by 2 votes. Those who opposed this were 14. Then the next vote was taken to extend the ex-combatant seat, yet the number changed to 36 votes to 0, with 3 members not voting in this bill. This means the extension of the seat for the president will not go through, and the 2 terms for the president will remain as per the Bougainville Constitution. On the seat for the ex-combatants, it will continue to the 3rd and final reading before it can be implemented. Parliament rose and will convene meeting on Tuesday, the 17th of March, 2020. The Attorney General for the Autonomous Bougainville Government and Justice Minister Ezekiel Masad told the Bougainville House of Representatives that according to the law, the 3 former combatant seats ceased to exist after the conduct of the Bougainville referendum last year, and the current members are not supposed to be in Parliament. In his final comments before the vote was taken, Mr. Masad wanted the Speaker to make a ruling on the 3 seats as the 3 members were no longer members. He said that because of this law, the former combatant seats need to be secured by supporting the amendment, and following the 36 votes to 0, the 3rd reading must be taken 60 working days after today, which means that the writs for the ABG elections cannot be issued until the seats for the former combatants are secured. The 14 ABG members who this week declared themselves as B14 have stopped the amendment to extend the term of the president from contesting from 2 terms to 3 terms this morning in a physical show of support in the ABG Parliament. When the vote was taken, those who supported the amendment had 25 members, whilst the Bloc 14 remained with 14 members. The requirement of any changes in the Constitution must be won by mustering 27 votes or more, so these 25 votes fell short of 2 members. The Bloc 14 members are Fidelis Semoso, the member for Sitalato, the member for Kopi, Philip Kuhena, Jacob Toke, member for Baobake, Thomas Tari, ex-combatants member, representing the ex-combatants of South Bougainville, Rodney Osioko, member for Kokoda, Stephen Topesi, member for Kongara, Nicholas Daku, North Nasioi, Michael Lapolela, member for Yoro, Noah Doko, member for ex-combatants in Central Bougainville, David Brown, member for Taunita Timputs, Charles Kakapetai, member for Tewa, Josephine Surede, member for Pate, Francisca Semoso, member representing the women of North Bougainville, and the member for Rao, Thomas Kerry. Meanwhile, Parliament was today adjourned to March 17, 2020. All the Parliament proceedings were carried live on New Dawn FM, NBC and Radio Pledgeline. Replay will be at 9 p.m. BST on New Dawn FM's 89.9. You're listening to New Dawn FM News in English. Our chief from Buin, Francis Mona, says the future of Bougainville looks gloomy unless the people of Bougainville vote a senior and credible leader to lead Bougainville after President Momis leaves politics. Mr. Mona called from Buin after listening to the live broadcast of the ABG Parliament this afternoon on New Dawn FM and said, "Tonight the people of Bougainville will sleep with too much in their mind after the amendment to allow President Momis to contest the coming election was unsuccessful on the floor of Parliament." The chief warned that the future of Bougainville will very much depend on the next president, and he has to meet the criteria that the people will set for the next president. He also called on all intending candidates to make sure they contest the coming election under parties and not as individuals. This is because Bougainville needs to strengthen the party system to control the members. Now, to end the news, the former chairman of the Central Bougainville Combined Council of Chiefs, John Dona, says that with the departure of President Momis after the ABG general elections, it has dawned on him that the times ahead will be tough. Mr. Dona called from Arawa and thanked the ABG members for their part in how they voted for the two bills set for amendment today. He said it is their prerogative on how they should vote on the floor of Parliament as mandated leaders. Mr. Dona also called on the President to continue to support the Bougainville process and support the next leadership in making sure the future of Bougainville is truly secured. Mr. Dona called on the voters to make sure not many people stand for the presidential seat, but we must select the best of the best to represent us as our next president. This has been the New Dawn FM News in English. You can also see our news on the websites on www.bougainvillenews.com, www.bougainville.taipei.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. On behalf of the news team, I'm Aloysius Laukai. You have a pleasant evening and a safe weekend. Na yan awan ka news long Tok Pisin mi Aloysius Laukai by reading vote long tupla Bougainville Constitutional Amendment oli kamapim lo Parliament tete long morning. This bill oli be reading second time aste na oli be lari mol member I tok longen no debate longen lo ready long oli vote longen na vote oli being kisim today lo one in Parliament aste being sina long more of 4 hour na ibing go over with time vote oli kisim tete long morning oli being look long display amendment long siablo president where he must send his 2 terms, he got 3 terms. Na time only sana online be supportive display amendment and being 25. Now line no be like him 14. Speaker I talk him also required 2/3 majority number. I'm 27. Na 25 episode lo 2 votes. Behind he got long. Na probably be look long and long display bill long make him send it long. Extend him or like combatant seats. Na time display come up. Display number been sent is 36 or been vote long and na 0. We like him na triple member that's all being like vote. Display mean or same extension belong seat plus president by have come up now na by display constitution by staff yet or same seat plus president and by staff long 2 term. Lo seat plus combatants and by continue now go lo third reading where by we must come up before only can come up or some candidate longan parliamentary finish tete na by mid long Tuesday 17 March 2020. Attorney General belong Autonomous Bougainville Government Justice Minister Ezekiel Masati talking Bougainville House of Representatives or some behind him law display triple seat former combatants finish time only been conducting referendum law last year. Time making all last tok longen past time long all member been vote Mr. Masati be like him speaker by making ruling na make him all triple member he make him all ex-combatants he lose him house na go outside because only no member more. And talk because law display law all former combatant he must get this amendment law make him only come up member yet long na platem. Na behind him display 36 votes to 0. Third reading by come up behind long 60 working days or 2 moon long tete. Na display mean also ABG election. Na issue of bridge by no have come up yet in a display tok long ex-combatants straight. 14 ABG member usat lo this pla week oli bing kolimoliet lo P14 oli bing stop him this amendment long extend him term lo president long contest long 2 pla term you got 3 term long time oli physically show support time oli sana lo ABG parliament time vote oli bing kisim online support him amendment term 25 now line in be like him and block 14 oli staff or some 14 members long make him all senis long constitution government in maskizim 27 votes na this pla 25 votes blo tete emisod lo tupla block 14 members and Fidel Semoso member blo Chitalato member blo Kopi Philip Kuhena Jacob Toke member blo Baubake Thomas Tari ex-combatant member blo South Bougainville Rodney Osoko member blo Kokoda Stephen Topesi member blo Kongara Nicholas Daku North Nasioi Michael Lapulela member blo Yoro Noah Doko member blo ex-combatants of Central David Brown member blo Taunita Timput Charles Kakapetai member blo Tewa Josephine Sure member blo Pate Francisca Semoso member Makimol Merilo North Bougainville na member blo Rao Thomas Kerry. Now we had long display time parliament the finish long display sina na by comeback lo March 17 2020 ogata proceedings we ibin come long parliament ibin live lo radio lo New Dawn FM NBC na radio place line radio New Dawn by replay lo 9 o'clock long display all proceedings long government long parliament iplok long harim music amid long New Dawn FM Ombla chief Lombuin Francis Mona he talk future or behind time lo Bougainville it no look good suppose people or makim ombla good pla credible leader lo leading Bougainville behind long President Momis he losing politics. Mr. Mona he sing out or me ringing kam lo buin time me o'clock harim live broadcast long ABG Parliament lo New Dawn FM lo buin. And we talk today night people belong Bougainville by sleep on time plan the kind tinting behind long amendment long Laren President Momis continue long election emi go come up good long floor of Parliament chief emi sing out long future emi sing out na one talk look out of them behind time lo Bougainville by depend long all about him good pla president long Senate President Momis not we must meet him all criteria people he like looking long on pla president long all me sing out long all intending candidates long make sure all contest long this election underneath lo party na as an individual and me talk this pla lo party Bougainville a much strong in party system long control him all member belonging now openism news former chairman belong Central Bougainville Combined Council of Chiefs John Donna he talk was departure of Penis President Momis behind on this pla election emi so him behind time lo Bougainville emi hard or me by tough Mr. Donna is sing out look am long arawa tete long avenue no sem emi talk am mas lo ABG members long part of the blame long this la vote or being carry out long parliament emi talk him work long all long make him this la vote lo parliament or sem or leader only marking people long all. Mr. Donna is sing out to President Momis lo continue long supporting Bougainville process, supporting next leadership, lo make sure future of Bougainville emi come up strong na come up good. Mr. Donna sing out long all voters too lo make sure no hat plan the man is an ablo seat lo president na imi must select him best of the best lo making imi awesome na la president. This weapon is in New Dawn FM News tonight. Good night.